welcome you inside the Heartland Event Center for game number 5 of the day between the Elkhorn North Wolves and the Grand Island Central Catholic Crusaders. Another Class B but C2 matchup. GICC, the defending Class C2 state champions, hit the floor against second year ever team Elkhorn North Wolves. Should be a really interesting matchup. The first time these two teams are on the same floor together. And for Grand Island Central Catholic, they're the defending Class C2 champions. A lot of talent around this program. And Tino Martinez, a team that's been to this event every single year of its existence.
Yeah, and I think they're looking to come and prove why they're the defending state champions, coming in with a record of 16-3. They're going to want to come here today, especially here in Grand Island. This is basically their home. They will want to come in. They will want to show Elkhorn North what they got. Elkhorn North, while record-wise they're not necessarily there, sitting at about 7-13. They got a chance today to take down a powerhouse kind of in GICC and Tino Martinez. They got a good shot today, like you said, second year of the school in general, so this would be a big marquee win for their program if they could get it here today.
Yeah, a lot of different aspects coming into this game. GICC winning 6 of their last 7, coming off a win versus Hastings St. Cecilia on Thursday. And this Grand Island Central Catholic team, again, they're here every year as they are a team from Grand Island, the defending C2 champions. A lot of hype on this team, but Elkhorn North, still a lot of people don't know how well this Wolves team can play, as it's only the school was established last year, so it should be a really intriguing matchup between Elkhorn North and GICC. And for GICC, the defending Class C2 state champions, what do you got to do to win today?
Well, they got 3 guys averaging over 10 points. You just want to get those guys the ball. You don't want to focus on just getting one player the ball. You want to spread it out. That's how we've seen teams have success so far here today and all season. You just don't want to just focus on getting the ball to one guy. You want to spread it out. And GICC has done that all year, and if they continue to do it today, they should put themselves in good position. And for Elkhorn North, you mentioned GICC won 6 of their last 7. For Elkhorn North, they've lost the last 3 of they've lost 3 of their last 4, and so they're coming in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. And like you said, they're still trying to find themselves. This is only the second year of the program. These are a lot of new guys to the school. While last year was a lot of upperclassmen at Elkhorn North, now it's starting to dwindle down a little bit. And so I think it'll be interesting to see how they compete with a powerhouse, like I said, in GICC.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of talent around this Grand Island Central Catholic team. Gil Jangmer, one to watch, the 6'8 senior for the Crusaders, was a key part of their state champion team a year ago. And then also one to watch, a senior heavy lineup for this GICC team. 4 of 5 are seniors in Brayton Johnson, Isaac Herbeck, Marcus Lowry, and then Ishmael Nadur, the only one not a senior. But it should be a fun matchup. Elkhorn North, again, last year, they didn't have seniors in the school, so now a bit of experience for these guys. They've all played a year together on the same crew. Nobody graduated, didn't lose anybody, so this Elkhorn North team refreshed and ready to roll, as they were at this event a year ago. And even after this game, we still have a great night ahead of us.
Oh, yeah, we got a couple great games coming up with Westside and Grand Island and Isaac Trout over there at Grand Island. And so we got some fun matchups coming up, but this is a good one right here as Elkhorn North is looking to make a statement win here this afternoon.
So we'll introduce you the starting lineups first for the Elkhorn North Wolves. The 6'4 junior number 4, Ryan Harhill. And Ryan Harhill is the point guard. And then you have the 6' junior number 12, Carson Ripley. The 6'1 senior number 13, Brandon Orgebold. The 6'4 senior number 32, Jack Lusk. And then the 6'5 junior number 34, Paxton Pikowski. And then for the Crusaders, the 6' senior number 15, Brayton Johnson. The 6'3 senior number 31, Isaac Herbeck. 6'3 senior number 33, Marcus Lowry. The 5'11 junior number 35, Ishmael Nadir. And then the 6'8 senior number 41, Gil Yangmer. And the Elkhorn North Wolves head coach in his second year with the program, Andy King, as he was previously at Creighton Prep, an assistant under Josh Lukey for many years before getting the head job at Elkhorn North once that program was established. And he's assisted by Spencer Peterson, Jared Betts, Michael Pensick, Nathan Shimonitz, and Daniel Lish. And then for the Grand Island Central Crusaders, Tino Martinez is the head coach. He's a very established, well-coached team. This GICC team, as Tino does a lot to put this event together as well. And then Rob Machek, Terry Fredrickson, Brady Brokaw, and then Howard Schumann are Martinez assistants at Grand Island Central Catholic. Again, Elkhorn North coming in with not so promising record, but they play Class B talent, while GICC play teams all over the place. So it should be a fun night of high school basketball ahead of us.
Yeah, here in session 2, we got some great matchups coming up your way. And this one here, and like you said, this one is maybe more of the ones that has more question marks around it. How is Elkhorn North going to match up with GICC? How is GICC going to play up against a Class B school?
So the tip is won by the Crusaders, and we are underway. Here's Isaac Herbeck, number 31. They get it down to the big Jangmer. Takes the 15-footer, a little strong, no good, and it's rebounded by Jack Lusk, who comes up with the first Elkhorn North rebound of the day. And Lusk on the wing gets it to Harrahill, back to Lusk. Here's Lusk at the free throw line, looking wide throw, but Orgabold able to hold it. And he had a good game last year at this event. Kind of popped off. Not a lot of people knew who he was, but he's made his way into the starting lineup here in the 21-22 season. And here's Harrahill, 15 feet from the rim, back to Orgabold. Tough defense by GICC. Down on the block. Here's Pikowski. Pikowski posting up, reverse layup and in. And Elkhorn North takes a 2-0 lead. Nice job working Marcus Lowry in the post.
That's the perfect start for Elkhorn North. You know, going up against such a good opponent in GICC, you want to jump on them early.
Here's Gil Jangmer down low, running baseline, falls, and a push call. That's going to go against Ryan Harrahill, his first, the team's first.
Both these teams playing physical right out the gates. Only, you know, already over a minute in, and it's already 2-0 Wolves. They're playing physical defense so far.
Underneath, and the lay-in out, the second effort there from Isaac Herbeck. He gets the first GICC points of the day, and we're knotted up 2-2, minute and a half in.
Herbeck leading the team in scoring this year so far with about 16 points per game average-wise, and you see why right there, making shots for himself.
Here's Ripley down to Paxton Pikowski running baseline. Pikowski having trouble being double teamed on the baseline, gets it out to Harrahill. Harrahill pump fake on the right side, and is fouled as he goes up with it. So Ryan Harrahill heads to the line for 2 free throws.
And I love the physicality by both these teams to start out this matchup. You know, nothing is coming easy for either of these teams. They're trying to work into the paint, but nothing's there for them. So this could be a strong physical battle for all 4 quarters.
And as the night rolls on, the crowds get a little bigger. I can tell we have a couple more fans in than the earlier sessions today. And the first free throw comes from Harrahill. It's 3-2, and he's got another one coming and misses that. And the rebound by Jangmer. And Jangmer gets it up to Isaac Herbeck. Herbeck finds Brayton Johnson on the right side. Now to Herbeck on the left, top of the key. Pops out. Now back to Johnson. 3 on the way. Coming is good. That's Marcus Lowry. And he hits the first 3 of the game. And GICC up 2.
Another one of the seniors averaging over 14 points per game, making plays that time.
3 on the way on the opposite side. Rattles in. Paxton Pikowski knocks the triple down. Elkhorn North exchanging threes with the Crusaders. And picking up the pace, here's Isaac Herbeck, number 31. And he goes to the top of the key, finds Lowry, and now back to Johnson. 3 on the way. Lowry wants it again, no good this time, and it's picked up by Jack Lusk. In transition, moves up the floor to Orgabold. He's driving, left side layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, puts it in. Strong effort from Brandon Orgabold to get that, to jump up and grab that between 2 Crusaders and finish off for the 2 points.
I'm impressed with how poised these Wolves have been so far. They don't seem to, the lights don't seem to be too big for them against GICC.
Jangmer all over the floor today, second time on the ground. as he gets that ball from Lowry, swings it to Johnson, down low to Yangmer. Yangmer, no good. And the offensive board by Lowry, back to Yangmer. Yangmer's second effort, in and out, no good. And it's rebounded by Elkhorn North. And the Wolves want to push it. Here's Lusk. Lusk hands it off to Orgabold. And now working and gets that pickpocketed by Lowry. And Lowry tosses it up to Isaac Herbeck. And Herbeck now wants it behind the three-point line, top of the key, goes to Johnson on the left side. Johnson feeds Lowry down low, post move, kicks it back out. Swinging it around. And that's Herbeck. Herbeck with the basketball. Now goes to Johnson, looking for Yangmer, and it's taken away by the Wolves, and a couple mistakes on the offensive side from GICC. Here's Lusk on the three, off the front iron, no good. Chasing after it. It will be out of bounds, last touched by the Crusaders, and it will be Elkhorn North basketball, 8-5, 3:57 to play first quarter.
Love the hustle from Brayton Johnson, though, as he was trying to get that ball. You know, it was pretty well out of reach, but he still dove for it. He was sprinting after that thing, and that's why GICC is the defending champs. They hustle on all plays, no matter, you know, how out of reach the ball might be.
So Jack Lusk goes to Paxton Pikowski, down to Carson Ripley, and now to Orgabold. Screen made there by Harehill, and Harehill kicks it out, three on the way, no good. Pikowski rims in and out, and it's picked up by Nadur, and he goes up to number 31, and Herbeck, and he drives and is fouled as he approaches the basket. And we at the line for 2 free throws. And that one comes on number 32, Jack Lusk, his first, the team's second. And the first free throw rims in and good from Isaac Herbeck, who has 3 of the 6 GICC points so far. A couple substitutions made, sitting out Harehill and Orgabold. And into the game, number 11, Tommy Mechna checks in. And next one goes in, 8-7. Here's Jack Lusk. And Lusk has it. Also into the game, Colin Novacek for Elkhorn North. Here's Novacek. Top of the key, tight coverage by Brayton Johnson. Has to get it away, and he finds Pikowski, luckily. And Pikowski back to Novacek, and now to Lusk. And Jack Lusk over to Mechna. Corner 3, driving, spin move, nice pivot. Mechna too strong. And the offensive rebound by Ripley. And a wide open Mechna in the corner, shot no good. And there is Ripley again for the offensive board and puts it in. What rebounding by number 12, Carson Ripley.
And the poise from Elkhorn North so far in this one, like, they're not getting intimidated. They are getting strong in the paint, getting big rebounds. They're going up for tough shots. Love to see this if you're Coach King.
And Marcus Lowry pops it out to Johnson on the corner 3, no good. And rebounded by Pikowski. And Pikowski decides to take the ball up himself. He's the top of the key, and a reach-in foul coming on Marcus Lowry, number 33.
The pace so far is similar to what we've seen in some of these past games. We've seen some high-flying scoring, but this one is kind of, you know, more physical, more slowed down. We saw another one of those games early on in our first session, but
that's kind of the Milford game.
Yeah, and they're playing physical. They're slowing it down, and this is strong basketball here. And it's which team can be more physical.
His first personal, the team's second of the half. Shot no good. Rebounded by number 25. And Alex King, don't be confused with Elkhorn North head coach Andy King. And here's Herbeck. And Herbeck at the free throw line, going to his left. Tough shot, kind of threw it up there. Shot no good. And a couple Wolves are right after it. And Tommy Mechna grabs the board, hands it off quickly to Jack Lusk. Minute and a half to go, first quarter, 10-7. Elkhorn North up 3. And now in the corner, there's Mechna. Down low, kicks it out, 3 on the way, coming Ripley off the top of the key and hits it. And a swoosh there, 13-7. Elk North up 6, largest lead of the day.
It was good ball movement. They keep passing the ball until they find an open shot. And they have come out to play here today at 16-3 GICC.
And back out to Brayton Johnson, swings it to Herbeck. Herbeck, hand in the face, 3 on the way, no good. Rebounded by Mechna. And Mechna gets the ball up to Pajkowski, and now to Ripley, back to Mechna, swinging it to Lusk. And dangerous throw, and that's knocked away. Brayton Johnson, nothing in front of him for an easy left-handed layup. And a GICC defensive turnover they needed. And it's 13-9, under 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. And here's Jack Lusk. And Lusk goes to Ripley. Bounce pass to Pajkowski. Pajkowski on the wing. Spin move. Left side. Beautiful move. Paxton Pajkowski scores on his own there. And a gorgeous move to the rim.
Every time GICC closes the gap a little bit, gets a big shot, Elkhorn North is right back with an answer. These two are going punch for punch so far in this one.
Here's Isaac Herbeck. Herbeck goes to his left, gets that stolen away, and Jack Lusk comes up with it. And he goes to number 0 in Novacek, and he misses off the front iron as time expires. We'll step aside for the end of the first quarter. Jack McGonigal.
John Willis.
And John.
Automotive has created a better way to buy. We call it Your Way. Shop online. You can even reserve a vehicle before it gets delivered to our lot. Or stop by and talk to one of our friendly sales experts. Right now, you can get 0% APR on a 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Limited Denali. See dealer for details. No matter which way you choose, you'll get the same great customer service that you'd expect from Tom Dinsdale Automotive. It's a new way, a better way, your way.
Get presidential savings all weekend long at our President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st. Get the good chewable ice anytime with this GE Opal ice maker for only $5.79. Say goodbye to hand washing dishes when you purchase this GE dishwasher for only $3.99. Save $200 off all in-stock Barca Lounger this weekend only. Our special financing makes purchasing easy, no credit needed. Shop local and save at Ken's this President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st, or shop online at kensgi.com.
Back inside the Heartland Event Center, 15-9, Elkhorn North on top of Grand Island Central Catholic. And so far, Elkhorn North has been impressive.
So far, so good. For Andy King's bunch, they've been playing physical. They've been knocking down shots. They've been moving the ball around. Nothing more he can ask of his team going up against such a powerhouse in GICC.
So the Wolves get the basketball to begin the second quarter. Orgabold goes to Luke Tillman, who's into the game for the first time. Colin Novacek. Now to Orgabold. Screen made by Harahill. Orgabold drives on the right side and is fouled as he goes up with it. And a trip to the free throw line for Brandon Orgabold, the 6'1 senior. And that's the first on number 15, Brayton Johnson, the team's third, and 2 free throws coming.
Been a somewhat clean first half so far. Only 5 total fouls, 3 on the Crusaders, 2 on the Wolves. But, we've seen in a lot of these early games, the fouling starts really late in those latter quarters.
And the next one goes 16-9. Wolves have that 7-point lead. And now down low, GICC, Marcus Lowry goes to Nadir, 3 on the way, no good, and rebounded by Mechna. And Mechna brings the ball up the floor. And Mechna drives right side, finds Harahill, and back out. Nice cut to the rim there by Tillman. And out of bounds, last touched by GICC.
Nice block that time from the Crusaders. They just said no to that one, but luckily for Elkhorn North, it went out of bounds, so they keep ball here.
Orgabold goes, spin move in the paint, and just short on the finish, but gets his own rebound and one. And that is the definition. That's what John was talking about. Elkhorn North is strong on those putbacks, and that was a great example there.
Yeah, it was, and I've been impressed with Orgabold here in this first half so far. He hasn't necessarily been putting up an insane amount of points, but he's been facilitating the offense well and making plays like he just did there.
And and one free throw rattles in, so 19-9. The Wolves have a double-digit lead on Grand Island Central Catholic after a minute in to the second quarter. And GICC maybe a little flustered right now, a little shell shock, as they probably didn't find themselves down 10 in the first half. To 7-13 Elkhorn North, but a strong start. There's Gil Jangmer, and he crashes the rim and draws contact as he goes up with it on the right side. So Gil Jangmer is at the line for 2 free throws.
And I think GICC needs to start using Jangmer a little more. I mean, big 6'8" frame and insane wingspan with those long, lengthy arms. He's a good player for these Crusaders. He can get strong in the paint, and that's what he does best.
So the first on Mechna, the team's third, and Jangmer hits his first free throw. And the next one coming is up and good. 19-11. And here is number 13, Brandon Orgabold of Elkhorn North. And Orgabold goes to Novacek. Back to Orgabold. Orgabold 1 of the 3. Pump fake. Kicks it back out. And swings it across the floor. Here's Harahill. Harahill, it's deflected, but right into the hands of Luke Tillman. And Tillman goes to Orgabold. Orgabold on the left side. Screen made to Harahill. Give and go. Harahill back. Tillman, 3 on the way. Good. Luke Tillman hits the triple on the right side. And Elkhorn North, the great shooting continues for the Wolves, up 22-11. And now GICC needs to answer. Here's Brayton Johnson. And Johnson goes to Herbeck. Back to Durr. Kicks it out to Lowry. And down low, Jangmer puts it in. And like John said, utilize Jangmer more. And maybe GIC is starting to after the foul and then the put in there. And he's got the last couple points for the Crusaders. And nice cut to the rim by Tillman. Kicks it out. Unselfish play. Harahill and Orgabold. Great ball movement from the Wolves. Orgabold's driving right side. Tough off the rim, no good. But the rebound and is fouled as he goes up for the second chance opportunity was number 4, Ryan Harahill.
Yeah, I mean, once we've said it all the first half so far, Elkhorn North is just playing physical. They're getting a ton of offensive rebounds. Those putbacks have been where they've been most successful. Harahill making plays right now for the Wolves.
And the free throw up and good. And something to watch. That was number 3 on Gil Jangmer, and that's the team's 5th.
We were just talking about how they need to utilize him, so if they lose him early in this game, that would not be good for Tino Martinez's bunch.
Free throw's good. Elkhorn North back up 11 on the Crusaders. Just a tad over 5 minutes remaining in the half. Here's Nader on the left side, working his way towards the top of the key, and he was expecting to find Bodie Fox, number 43, but he wasn't looking, and it bounces on into the Elkhorn North bench, and the Wolves take over.
And those are mistakes you usually don't expect to see from a GICC team under Tito Martinez. They got to clean that up, especially since Elkhorn North is hot from the field right now.
And down low, here's Pikowski. Tough move. Pikowski knocked out of bounds, and last touch by the Wolves. Crusaders have it. And GICC, 450, looking to get themselves back into this game. Elkhorn North just playing like they want it more. And their first ever, would be their first ever Heartland Hoops Classic victory. And kicks it out. Here's Brayton Johnson. And Johnson goes to Marcus Lowry. Lowry kicks it out. Back to Johnson. Left side. There's Nader. And Nader dribbling towards the top of the paint. Kicks over to number 31 in Herbeck. Herbeck at the wing. Spin move right side. Off the glass. Too strong. And rebounded by Lusk, who gets it to Orgabold. And Orgabold now has it. Wants to go coast to coast. Left side. And he does. Nicely off the glass for the senior. And GICC takes a timeout. And it's 26-13. Elkhorn North on top. And this is the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic. Jack McGonigal, John Willis, right here on Strive.
savings all weekend long at our President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st. Get the good chewable ice anytime with this GE Opal Ice Maker for only $5.79. Say goodbye to hand washing dishes when you purchase this GE dishwasher for only $3.99. Save $200 off all in-stock Barca Lounger this weekend only. Our special financing makes purchasing easy, no credit needed. Shop local and save at Ken's this President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st, or shop online at kensgi.com.
Back inside the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island, a bit of a surprise to most here in the first part of this game. It's 26-13 Elkhorn North. And what has GICC struggled with here in the first couple minutes of this second quarter?
Well, they've let Elkhorn North get a good amount of offensive rebounds. I think that's where the Wolves have found a lot of offensive success, getting those offensive boards, turning them into putbacks. And for GICC, they just simply aren't finding open shots. Jangmer, of course, hasn't been able to play as much because he's dealing with a little bit of foul trouble. They got to find someone else who can score right now for the Crusaders.
Marcus Lowry. Lowry goes to his right. Three on the way. Herbeck rolls around but doesn't fall in, and it's rebounded by Harrihill. And they get it up to their number 12, Carson Ripley. And then Ripley goes to Lusk. Lusk pump fake on the wing, kicks it out to Pikowski. And Pikowski over to Ripley and back to Lusk. And Lusk in the corner, right side. Swinging it around. There's Ripley. Now in the hands of Pikowski. Back to Lusk. Good ball movement. And nobody standing around for Elkhorn North. Here's Pikowski. Nearly loses it. Regains control. Goes to Ripley. Nice defense out of the timeout from Grand Island Central Catholic. And goes back to Jack Lusk. Nothing here for Elkhorn North. And Lusk takes a three ball that was contested, but right there for the rebound offensive board was Ryan Harrihill, and a foul called against Grand Island Central Catholic, and that is just a feisty Elkhorn North team this has been today.
Well, and yeah, we've mentioned it many times. Once again, it's the offensive boards that are really killing GICC. They've got to lock up those defensive boards. They have height. That's not the issue. It's just the physicality of the Wolves.
Dangerous pass, but Orgebold keeps it away, and he hits the three to go with it, and he has been impressive here in the first half.
Yeah, I think he's been the guy I've been most impressed with so far from Elkhorn North. Orgebold has just been knocking down shots. He's been physical. He's been facilitating the ball around, making the right pass. I'm really impressed with him so far.
He's got 11 on the day. Shot no good, rebounded by Ryan Harrihill, and he gets it up to Orgebold. Orgebold being defended today by Johnston. And now here's Ripley. Nearly loses control, and he does. And it'll be out of bounds. And back to GICC with 2:19 on the game clock.
And that's the good, pressure defense that you usually see from GICC. That time just giving him no room to breathe. Had to step out of bounds. There was nowhere for him to go. GICC needs to do more of that.
And now here's Herbeck. Herbeck wants the three on the left side. No good. Still cool shooting from three for GICC. Orgebold gets the rebound, takes it up the floor himself, and he goes to Pikowski. Pikowski, nice bounce pass to Harrihill. Harrihill and one. Good passing, and the great hesitation from Harrihill earns himself the bucket and a trip to the free throw line.
And they're just making the right plays. That's what you do in that situation. You take the foul, and then if you get the putback to go, great. And he was able to do it that time, and Elkhorn North is just playing fantastic right now.
So the rebound by Bodie Fox is in for Jangmer, who has 3 fouls here in the first half. A nice little spin behind the back stuff from Lowry. Moving it around to Herbeck. To Johnston, back to Herbeck. Herbeck wants it. Excuse me, that was Lowry on the drive, and he's fouled as he goes up for the left-handed layup. And number 33, Marcus Lowry, at the line to shoot 2 free throws.
And this is an important time for GICC right now. If they want to get back into this game, it starts now. You won't get super close here before the end of the half with only a minute and a half left. You got to start making some shots, though. Close the gap a little bit and just carry some momentum into that second half.
So Mechna, that's his, or excuse me, not Mechna, that is Harrihill's second personal, the team's 4th. A minute 32 to go. That first free throw was good. Second one good, so 2 for 2 for number 33, Marcus Lowry on the free throws. And a substitution being made, exiting for GICC was Jacob Stegman, number 23. And now into the Carson Ripley has it. He goes to Orgabold. And Orgabold to Tommy Mechna. Quickly back to Orgabold. And Orgabold looking, finds Ripley being tightly defended by Nadur. Ripley gets it over to Pikowski. And Pikowski at the top of the key. Spin move towards the free throw line and has it stripped away. And here comes number 31, and Isaac Kerbeck takes it himself and draws the foul as he attacks the glass.
And yeah, you feel the score isn't getting much closer, but you feel the momentum start to shift. You get a good bucket from GICC and then some nice defensive pressure. It seems like their defense is starting to lock up a little bit more. They're making adjustments.
So the free throw good from Herbeck. That was the second personal on Mechna, the team's 5th. And one more coming. Is good. Knocks it in, 31-17. Elkhorn North still up 14 with a minute to go in the first half. And GICC, you're right, John, has applied more pressure to the defensive side of the basketball. And nearly a 10-second rule, but Ripley does get it across half court. And goes to Orgabold on the left side. Now double team, has to get it away, and he finds Luke Tillman, number 21. And Mechna, near dangerous pass, goes to Orgabold. Orgabold takes the 3, off the mark, no good. Out of bounds, last touched. I believe it actually did go off the hands of Paxton Pikowski, number 34, but in the end, it's GICC ball with 31.9 on the clock, and expect Grand Island Central Catholic to save it for a last-second shot to head in the locker room, kind of like Aurora did in the last game against Concordia.
Well, yeah, and 4-0 run here for GICC. I said they would need to go on a little bit of a run here before the half, and that's exactly what they've done. They can close the gap even a little more before the half.
And here's Nadur. Goes to Herbeck, 3 on the way, he has it. And Elkhorn North may not get a shot off, they do, and way over the head, or way over the hoop. So 31-20, Elkhorn North leads by 11 heading into the locker room, but a very impressive first half from the Elkhorn North Wolves.
Man, they just came out swinging, playing physical, knocking down shots, moving the ball around. I have been so impressed with these Wolves team. We said that this was a chance for them to kind of show the world and the state who they are, and so far they have done that. It'll be interesting to see how Tino Martinez's bunch comes out of the gates in that second half.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Elkhorn North looked very sharp, start to finish of that first half. And the Wolves looking to get their first ever Heartland Hoops Classic victory over GICC. And we will go down to Mike Sauter with our halftime interview.
All right, guys, here with Coach King. Coach, 31-20, the pace is played how you guys want to play right now.
Yeah, it definitely was. We got off to a really, really good start, which is crucial for us. We just got to keep sharing the ball and picking the pace up. I think it's slowing their guys down a little bit. They only play about 5 or 6 deep. So that's something we got to continue in the second half.
You're hitting shots, you're outside shots. I mean, you guys want more possessions, right? And speeding them up a little bit, I think, offensively. They're not, that capable of hitting threes. They're taking some. They're not making any. But you guys are sharing the ball pretty well. You got to be pretty happy with the effort right now.
Definitely am happy with the effort. We need to get Jack going a little bit offensively. Brandon's doing a nice job. Paxton's doing some nice things. Once we get Jack going a little bit, I'll like where we're at for sure.
Okay, good luck. Appreciate it. All right, guys, back to you.
So at the end of the first half, 31-20, Elkhorn North leads Grand Island Central Catholic. Jack McGonigal, John Willis. This is the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic in Grand Island, right here on Strive.
Specialist Braden Heidberg. Brink. I'm a 12 whiskey, masonry and carpentry specialist in the Nebraska National Guard. Do basic construction. So in the last 30 years in the Guard, I've had a lot of opportunity. I've done 60 military funeral honor services in the state of Nebraska. I was a part of a mobile strike team for COVID. I chose the Army National Guard because I wanted to serve my country, my state, while pursuing a college degree, and the Guard had the best benefits to offer.
By having good sportsmanship, we recognize the hard work and commitment of all teams participating. How we act when we compete also shows who we are as people.
Sportsmanship is going the extra mile to earn the respect of everyone in attendance.
Sportsmanship shouldn't just be on the court, it should also be in the stands and everywhere you go.
Good sportsmanship makes competing in any event more fun, but it comes from more than just the athlete. It comes from parents and coaches too.
Back here at the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island, Elkhorn North 31-20 on Grand Island Central Catholic. And I mean, everybody getting involved for Elkhorn North. Good ball movement. But one guy I had my eye on was Brandon Orgabold of Elkhorn North.
Well, you and I both had our eye on the same guy. Then he very much impressed me in that first half. But the whole team, I mean, you know, you talk about how the offense was able to move the ball around, how they were able to be physical. But you also got to give credit to the defense, because only allowing a team like GICC with 3 guys averaging over 10 points to 20 in the first half, I think that was very impressive. However, I don't think it's going to be able to hold. They're going to have to continue that offensive pressure, because if we know Tino Martinez, he's a great coach. He's going to make those adjustments, and Elkhorn North is going to have to adjust. I think it'll be interesting to see how that all works out in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. Really impressive. I'm sure a lot of people, you know, looked at the records on paper and was like, wow, GICC all day. But Elkhorn North looked really impressive. Let's pull up some first half highlights between the Wolves and the Crusaders. The 5th game of 7 here at the Heartland Hoops Classic. Still 2 more to go, but the Crusaders and the Wolves, 6 minutes till we get back on the court. And yeah, we'll get you some highlights here between Elkhorn North and GICC. And we will actually step aside before we will have highlights. So Elkhorn North and GICC, here are your first half highlights. And GICC right there off the glass, tough put in there by Herbeck. And now Elkhorn North down low. There's the 3. I believe Orgabold hits that one. Just a very impressive first half for him. Nice kick out, and the 3 there is hit by Luke Tillman. And Tillman looks strong. And then more GICC. Gil Jangmer, despite having 3 fouls, there's a layup there on the left side. There's Orgabold, snags that inbounds pass and then hits the 3 from the top of the key. As part of impressive first half. More Elkhorn North 3-point shooting that time out of the hands of Paxton Pikowski. And just an impressive first 16 minutes for them. We'll step aside and we'll get back to you for second half basketball. This is Jack McGonigal and John Willis right here at the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic live on Strive.
Savings all weekend long at our President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st. Get the good chewable ice anytime with this GE Opal Ice Maker for only $5.79. Say goodbye to hand washing dishes when you purchase this GE dishwasher for only $3.99. Save $200 off all in-stock Barca Lounger this weekend only. Our special financing makes purchasing easy, no credit needed. Shop local and save at Ken's this President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st, or shop online at kensgi.com.
Root for your home team and be there for all of the excitement. NSAAHome.org has all your high school sports championship ticket information.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
By having good sportsmanship, we recognize the hard work and commitment of all teams participating. How we act when we compete also shows who we are as people.
Sportsmanship is going the extra mile to earn the respect of everyone in attendance.
Sportsmanship shouldn't just be on the court, it should also be in the stands and everywhere you go.
Good sportsmanship makes competing in any event more fun, but it comes from more than just the athlete. It comes from parents and coaches too.
Back inside the Heartland Event Center at the Heartland Hoops Classic. Seats are starting to fill up as we're leaning towards our nightcap tonight with West Side and Grand Island, and then Link Academy and Wabash Academy. And two exciting matchups still ahead of us, but this one's a great one as well. Elkhorn North out to a strong start against Grand Island Central Catholic. And GICC, the defending Class C2 state champs, coming off a win Thursday against Hastings St. Cecilia. A 5-9 career record at GICC. The only team that's been in every year. This is the 15th edition. Again, yeah, 3 players averaging double figures: Herbeck, Lowry, and Jangmer. And yeah, what are you expecting GICC's second half adjustment should be?
Well, I like what they did at the end of the first half. They were pressuring Elkhorn North a little more defensively. They were getting up on them, instead of playing back a little bit, playing a little lax. I think that is something they need to continue to do that they did in that first half. And then on offense, they just need to take their time, find a right shot. Sometimes in the first half, it felt like maybe they were rushing some shots, maybe not getting the best quality shot that they wanted up. And so maybe if they take their time a little more, make the extra passes like Elkhorn North has done in that first half, then they can put themselves in a better position to get back into this game. But it all starts with that defensive pressure. If you can force some turnovers, get some points off turnovers in the fast break, then you start to get momentum, and that results to getting it back in it.
So out of the halftime break, we are back. Elkhorn North, GICC. And GICC possesses the basketball to begin the third quarter. And Marcus Lowry goes to Brayton Johnson. Now to Nadur. Jangmer back in the game for the Crusaders. Driving, nice finish there. Isaac Herbeck on the leaping layup right in front of the basket. And the first points go to the Crusaders.
And with Jangmer in some foul trouble, Herbeck is a guy who's going to need to step up a little bit more in this second half than he did in the first half if GICC wants to get back in it.
And here's number 32, Jack Lusk. This goes to Carson Ripley. And Ripley out to Harrahill. Out to Orgebold, the one to watch from the first half. He drives left side, layup good, and a strong layup on the left side and finishes. And another example of why he has been so good here in this game.
Well, yeah, he creates his own shots if he doesn't get them off a pass, and that's what's so impressive about him in that first half. Very physical. He can knock down shots.
There's Ishmael Nadur, now to Jangmer. Jangmer, strong move, a little too strong. And a tough fall by Gil Jangmer, slow to get up, but Marcus Lowry helps him up. There is a foul called on the floor. That will be number 3 on Ryan Harrahill, so he has dipped himself into some foul trouble, and that's the first foul of the half. And an inbounds play coming for Grand Island Central Catholic. And the inbound, it goes to Herbeck, and Herbeck is fouled as he goes up with it on the left side. And now it'll be number 31, Isaac Herbeck, at the free throw line. And that's number 4 on Harrihill. So he's got to play very smart basketball in this second half as Herbeck hits the first free throw.
Yeah, you don't want to lose guys to foul trouble in this one, especially if the Crusaders can start to make this one a closer one. That would be absolutely detrimental to either team. You know, Jangmer in some foul trouble as well. You do not want to lose these guys in a close game like this.
And the next one, here comes the Elkhorn North Wolves. And Pikowski gets that pickpocketed, but it'll be across half court. No over and back call. Here's Pikowski on the right side. Spin move, Pikowski, another spin move, other side, kicks it out to Mechna. Mechna making his way towards the paint, and he kicks it out to Orgabold. Orgabold drives and scores, and he has been automatic when he touches the ball here in this game.
It just doesn't seem like they have an answer for him. The last 2 possessions, he's just walked right up, scooped a left-handed layup, and they've got to do a better job pressuring him.
So here's number 33, Marcus Lowry. Lowry to Jangmer. Jangmer, and a dunk from Gil Jangmer. And the first dunk of the Heartland Hoops Classic is the GICC 6 foot 8 inch guy. And number 13, and Brandon Orgabold with the ball again and off the glass. And Tino Martinez can't believe that he is having his way against his Crusaders. 37-26, Jangmer down low, nearly too high, but he kicks it out, and not enough on the pass from Johnson to Jangmer, and Elkhorn North takes it away. And here comes Brandon Orgabold, who's got 17 points on the afternoon, and a nice pass down low and finish for Elkhorn North. Paxton Pikowski, he puts it in on the right side, and an assist from Orgabold, and just great team basketball here from Elkhorn North.
GICC just cannot come up with an answer so far, especially for Orgabold. Well, man, they need to do some better job on defense.
Here's Carson Ripley. Goes back to Orgabold. Pump fake, driving, right side, and a travel violation by number 13, Brandon Orgabold. A rare mistake, but he turns it over, and GICC has the basketball.
I think you said it perfectly, a rare mistake from Orgabold. It seems like in this game he can do no wrong. That probably was the first wrong, quote-unquote, thing that he's done.
So now with the ball, Isaac Herbeck, number 31, goes to Jangmer on the right. Now to Nadur, back to Marcus Lowry, down to Jangmer. Jangmer gets pushed from behind as he goes up with it on the left side. And Gil Jangmer is at the free throw line for 2.
And Jangmer, I mean, I talked about in the first half, he's a guy the GICC would love to get going, and they'd love to utilize him more in the paint, because when he gets, you know, one-on-one in the paint, he is a hard guy to stop with that lengthy frame and 6'8".
Paxton Pikowski, his first, the team's third. Jangmer knocks down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. 12-point Elkhorn North lead, 4:23 to go in the third quarter. And Jangmer, second one doesn't go, and rebounded by Pikowski, who gets it up to Carson Ripley, number 12. Ripley steers through traffic and goes to Pikowski. And now to Mechna on the left side, down to Lusk. Lusk kicks it out to Mechna. Mechna driving at the free throw line. Looking for a teammate, finds Jack Lusk popping out on the left side. Lusk, top of the key. Hands it off, Mechna, and right back to Orgabold. And tight coverage by GICC. Screen made. Pikowski. Orgabold goes to his left, kicks it out to Mechna. Mechna on the wing. Spin move towards the rim. Another pivot and a nasty block by Jangmer. But Elkhorn North keeps possession. And Lusk loses control, and it goes into the hands of Marcus Lowry. And here comes GICC in transition, but Elkhorn North breaks it up, especially Tommy Mechna. And it lands in the hands of Pikowski, and Pikowski loses it. And a foul called, a reach-in foul against the Crusaders.
Yeah, that's going to be against Jangmer, so that's another foul for him that they have to worry about. But, man, on that last possession, what a rejection. You could hear the energy from the crowd after that one. Even some of the Elkhorn North fans had to Had to give him some props for that one.
So number 4 on Jangmer has 7 on the day, but Bodie Fox going to have to re-enter this game for the Crusaders. And now down low, Lusk to inbound, finds Mechna. And Tommy Mechna with it on the right side. He goes to Ripley. Ripley being defended by Nader. And dangerous pass. There's Mechna in the corner, goes back, swinging it around to Lusk. And Lusk has an open lane on the left side, off the glass beautifully. And he can't leave that left lane open, and Elkhorn North took advantage of it.
Yeah, and you know, we said going into this game, those were the kind of shots, the make your own kind of shots that they'd have to make if they wanted to take down 16-3 GICC, and so far so good for the Wolves.
Marcus Lowry driving, he's fouled as he goes up for the left-handed layup, and Lowry heads to the line for 2 free throws, drawing some contact there. And that's number 3 on Mechna, the team's 4th.
And Elkhorn North, though, has done a fantastic job keeping the pressure on. You know, still a good amount of time in this game, but you continue to lose time as we get later in this third quarter, early into the fourth, and so GICC needs to start to make something happen.
First free throw no good from Marcus Lowry as he's got one more coming. 2:53 to go, third quarter. Second free throw, good. So 1 for 2 from Lowry, and now the pressure on the backcourt put on by GICC. An aggressive press put on, and Elkhorn North barely gets it out, but it's knocked away out of bounds by the Crusader defense. They're looking to get a couple turnovers and turn them into points as they're down 13. And there's Lusk. We'll see if Elkhorn North can break the press. Double team. Lusk is in trouble, and he finds Orgebold. And Orgebold now has the basketball. And he goes, gets it across half court, but runs into trouble, and a steal there by number 33 in Marcus Lowry. And he lays it in with ease. And GICC's defense is turning into offense with this press. And they beat it. Here's Tommy Mechna. Mechna driving left side and in. And Mechna's first bucket of the day. And a timeout taken by GICC, 43-30. Elkhorn North ahead by 13, and we will take a break. This is the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic. Jack McGonigal, John Willis, right here on Strive. Back here at the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island, Nebraska for the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic. And with 2:23 to go in the third quarter, what has been the biggest adjustment you've seen from both sides?
Well, I like what GICC started to do on that last couple of possession. Of course, Elkhorn North was able to beat it that second time, but the first time they were able to force a turnover. And late in the first half, they tried that as well, and it worked. So I think they need to continue to do that. Some of those times, they're going to beat you. That just happens when you try the full court press like that. But if it works more times than not, GICC needs to continue to go back to that if they want to get back into this game.
Jangmer still not in the game, has 4 fouls. And here's Brayton Johnson. And Johnson gets it to Herbeck. Tough move towards the rim. A lot of traffic out of bounds, and it's last touched by Pikowski. Will stay right here with GICC and under his own basket. Brayton Johnson will inbound. And Johnson looking, kicks it out to Nader. He drives, loses it, and it's picked up by Orgebold. And Orgebold now slows things down as he was racing in transition, and he goes to Tillman and back to Lusk on the right side. And Lusk, screen made Orgebold. Lusk goes towards the top of the key, takes the 3, short, and rebounded by Fox. And Fox gets it up to Lowry, and Lowry to Johnson. And Johnson slow things down, nearly a steal by Mechna, and that's number 4 on Tommy Mechna, as that will be a reach-in foul and the 6th team foul. committed by Elkhorn North here in the third quarter.
Now that could be an issue for Elkhorn North because only one team foul so far on GICC, and we're a minute and a half away from the fourth quarter. You know, GICC could have free throws throughout the entire fourth now at this point as we continue to get closer to that 7 number.
There's Lowry to Johnson. Lowry, free throw line, wing shot, no good. And read by Orgable, but knocking it away was Ishmael Nader. And a timeout taken by head coach Tino Martinez as that ball is about to roll out of bounds. We'll take a break. And the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic, Jack McGonigal, John Willis. You're watching right here on Strive.
Just shop, click, drive your next vehicle at Tom Dinsdale. Shop our entire inventory from the comfort of your home. Select a vehicle, create your deal, and Tom Dinsdale will deliver your new vehicle to you. Just shop, click, drive your new vehicle at dinsdaleauto.net.
Back here at the Heartland Hoops Classic in Grand Island, Nebraska. Game 5 of 7 on the day. And our winners so far, Ashland Greenwood, Donovan Trumbull, Humphrey Lindsay Holy Family, Concordia. And now Elkhorn North has had the lead for pretty much this entire game. They carry a 13-point lead into the final minute and 22 seconds of the third quarter. And then 2 more after this. Should be an exciting finish to this annual event here at the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island. And here we go out of the timeout. The 3 ball, and it rims in and out, no good. Lowry misses that, and the rebound picked up by the Wolves. And here's Jack Lusk, number 32, the 6'4 senior. And Lusk, top of the key, goes to Pikowski, down low. Orgable, and a foul call, just the second team foul against Grand Island Central Catholic here in the half. 55.9 to go, number 3 on Brayton Johnson, number 15.
And it's something we saw in the first half, not as much in the second half until that last play, but Elkhorn North has done a good job just drawing fouls, getting physical into the paint and drawing those fouls. Again, only 2 in the second half, so maybe isn't as prevalent in this second half, but a nice job by Orgable that time.
So the free throw goes for Orgable. He's got 18. That was just his first point of the quarter. Looking to make it 2 points in the quarter, and he does. And it's 45-30. Elkhorn North been able to keep their distance, a double-digit lead on the Grand Island Central Catholic Crusaders with under a minute to play in the third quarter. And here is Brayton Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson goes to Herbick. And down low, Lowry, and 1. Nice job there. Strong finish from number 33, Marcus Lowry. And he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point play, as that's number 1 on number 12, Carson Ripley of Elkhorn North.
And that was a big-time shot if they want to work themselves back into this game because, like you said, Elkhorn North, you know, they've just been controlling this one from the tip-off on, but they want to start to pull back into this game. Only about a quarter left to do it, along with the 42 seconds here. Got to make more shots like that.
Tall pass, but Luke Tillman jumps up and grabs it. And here's Lusk. And Jack Lusk working his way near half court. Tight coverage on defense by GICC. And he gets it to Novacek. Novacek driving the baseline, kicks it out to Ripley and losing control into the hands of Lowry of GICC. And here's Lowry. Lowry driving right side, and a foul comes against the Wolves with 7.7 left to go.
That'll be their 7th, though, so 1-and-1 opportunity, and now GICC is going to get free throws for the rest of the game.
That could be a critical part here. Is at the line to shoot free throws, Marcus Lowry, as he knocks in his first, and it's an 11-point ball game here.
We saw free throws decide an earlier one with Donovan Trumbull and Osceola, and you don't want to see the same thing here if you're Elkhorn North. You got to, not foul as much in that fourth.
2-point game. And End of the third quarter comes to an end off a missed 3-ball. But 45-35, Elkhorn North up 10 as we head into the final 8 minutes. This is Jack McGonigal, John Willis. You're watching 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic right here on Strive.
Shop, click, drive your next vehicle at Tom Dinsdale. Shop our entire inventory from the comfort of your home. Select a vehicle, create your deal, and Tom Dinsdale will deliver your new vehicle to you. Just shop, click, drive your new vehicle at DinsdaleAuto.com.
Back inside the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island, getting ready for the last 8 minutes of this one. The Elkhorn North Wolves, a bit of a surprise, up 10 on Grand Island Central Catholic. But the Wolves still playing good basketball. GICC just can't get that run they need to get within striking distance of Elkhorn North.
Well, that's been the key. The runs that GICC have gone on have been short-lived because Elkhorn North has done a good job slowing them down, making some shots, playing some solid defense. They got to go on a bit of a longer run. They've got to start controlling the game, playing the way they want to play if they want to close the gap.
And kicking it out. Here's Novacek. And foul called on the floor there. And that is the third team foul. And that's number 4 on Brayton Johnson. So 2 GICC starters now with 4 fouls as Jangmer is back into the game to begin this fourth quarter. He has 4 on him as well. And Carson Ripley on the inbound. Quickly goes back to Ripley. And Ripley hands it off to Lusk. Now to Ripley, kicks it out. Here's Novacek. Novacek back to Ripley, top of the key, goes to his right, cuts inside, right-handed layup, and another block by Jangmer. But it will stay right here with Elkhorn North.
Man, he has made plays like that all afternoon so far for GICC. The only issue is they haven't been able to have him as much as they'd like to because he's been dealing with some foul trouble. And I like what Tino Martinez is doing. They need to go on a run, and they need to do it now if they want to get back in. So bring Jangmer back in, even though he's in a little bit of foul trouble.
Jack Lusk with the basketball now at the free throw line, kicks it out, 3 on the way. No good from Pikowski, and a tough fall from the Nadir on the out-of-bounds line, but a foul is called. Number 8 on Elkhorn North of the half. That's number 2. Or that's, excuse me, number 1 on Carson Novacek, the team's 8th, but a single bonus opportunity coming for Grand Island Central Catholic to maybe put some more points on the board as they're within 10, 7.5 to play in the ball game. And here are the free throws from Ishmael Nadir. Off the front iron, no good, but the height of Jangmer, he uses it to advantage to give GICC another opportunity. Nearly throws it away, but saving it was Lowry. And Lowry gets it to the top of the key. And now, swinging it around, Alex King back in the game for GICC. Driving, Lowry, he finds Jangmer, who can't finish. And the rebound picked up by Carson Ripley. And here comes Ripley. Ripley in transition, kicks it out. 3 on the way. Lusk, no good. And rebounded by Jangmer. And Jangmer gets it up to Herbeck. And now to Lowry, back to Herbeck in the corner, right in front of that GICC bench. And here to Nadir, back to Lowry, right side. Lowry being defended by Ripley, swinging it around, 3 on the way. Herbeck way short, and the rebound by Lusk. And they call an offensive foul on Lusk. That's a big-time call.
Lowry did a nice job, selling that one a little bit. There definitely was contact. Kind of flew back there waving his arms, but that's what GICC needs to do. They need to make more plays like that to just give themselves extra possessions.
So here is the out of the foul, tough, strong finish there by Isaac Herbeck. And Herbeck's got 15 on the day for the Crusaders. And little stop, pop, no good from Carson Ripley. And out of bounds. And Ripley exits the game, as does Alex King. Actually, Ripley will inbound. So Ripley on the inbound, and he finds Jack Lusk. And Lusk with the basketball, working his way towards the top of the key, being defended by Jangmer. Lusk looking for an answer, trying to go to his left, nothing there. Has to swing it over to Novacek, and Novacek now at the top of the key, goes to Lusk on the left side, on the wing. Lusk at the paint, kicks it out. And here's Ripley. Ripley at the top of the key, tight defense from Grand Island Central Catholic. Nothing coming easy here in the fourth for Elkhorn North. Lusk loses it and saves it from crossing that half-court line. Here's Lusk trying to get by everybody. 15-footer, no good, and Jangmer jumps and grabs the rebound. And here comes Isaac Herberg. And drive is good from Lowry. And GICC within 6 and just a hair, over 5 minutes to play in regulation. And Elkhorn North needs to end and shift this momentum back to their side. And back into the game, Orgabold. And he goes to Novacek, who goes to Ripley on the left wing. Tight defense by Nader. And swings it to Orgabold. Leads the Elkhorn North team in scoring. And Orgabold driving. And a foul on the floor committed by Grand Island Central Catholic.
It seems like all the momentum right now, though, with the Crusaders. They've been playing some tight defense, finally starting to find some offensive rhythm, finding their groove, making passes, getting shots off, and most importantly, of course, making those shots. And, of course, Elkhorn North has missed a couple here that they, maybe knocked down earlier in the game.
Marcus Lowry, his second, the team's fourth. An inbound for Jack Lusk and Elkhorn North. And he tried to find Harahill. He does race after it. Harahill has 4 on him, has to be careful. Sat a majority of the third quarter. And here's Orgabold. Spin move, tough drive, loses control, but right back to Harahill. And a travel violation, and head coach Andy King can't believe it. And it goes back to GICC in a 2-possession game. And this may be the tightest finish we've seen today.
Elkhorn North just falling apart a little bit. They're making some mistakes that they weren't making earlier in that game, and it's going to lead to GICC taking advantage.
So now it's Isaac Herbeck. Goes to Lowry, back to Herbeck on the right side. And Herbeck gets it to Johnson. Johnson and Jangmer with 4 apiece. Jangmer back to Johnson, swings it to Herbeck, right side. Herbeck heaves it over to Lowry. 3 on the way, no good, but right there was Herbeck for the board, and 1. Isaac Herbeck and the basket with the foul. And he's heading to the line for a 3-point play and potentially make this a 1-possession game with under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. And that's 17 for Herbeck. And that free throw is good. So 45-42. Elkhorn North only up by 3 with a lead that was at 15 at one point. And a timeout taken by head coach Andy King. And we will send it to break. Stay tuned. Great one on our hands. And Jack McGonigal, John Willis, right here, the Heartland Hoops Classic on Strive.
Savings all weekend long at our President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st. Get the good chewable ice anytime with this GE Opal Ice Maker for only $5.79. Say goodbye to hand washing dishes when you purchase this GE dishwasher for only $3.99. Save $200 off all in-stock Barca Lounger this weekend only. Our special financing makes purchasing easy, no credit needed. Shop local and save at Ken's this President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st, or shop online at kensgi.com.
A new Strive School. Join a community of educators and students. Get access to support, resources, and education. Your fans watch for free, and there's even a new revenue opportunity for your school. Contact sales at strive.tv to sign up your school to become a Strive school.
Back inside the Heartland Event Center. It's 45-42. Elkhorn North up 3 on Grand Island Central Catholic. Elkhorn North has had the lead for the majority of this contest, but right now Elkhorn North hanging on by a thread as the momentum has shifted all in favor of the boys in white, as that's Grand Island Central Catholic in the white, Elkhorn North in the black, both teams with that light blue lettering. And we return to the action. Here's Jack Lusk, number 32 of Elkhorn North. And Lusk with it. And Lusk looking, tight defense, hands it off to Pikowski. And Pikowski with it. Pikowski kicks it out to Ripley. And Ripley over to Pikowski, driving, center of the lane, loses control, ball's on the floor, and Jangmer picks it up. And there's another GICC turnover on their defensive half. And there's the three to tie it up. No good. And the offensive board by GICC. And there it is, Lowry wanted it. Instead, he looks inside. Ball is a jump ball as he was searching for Herbeck down low. And the possession arrow will stay right here with GICC.
And this one is getting good, ladies and gentlemen. Only 3 minutes left here. And, you know, if you know anything about GICC, you know they're not just going to lay over and die. They are right back into this one.
On the inbound. And too high for Nader, and that will be saved by Nader.
Must have been tipped.
It must have been. I didn't think it was by an Elkhorn North Wolf, but I guess it was, and play resumes. So Isaac Herbeck, number 31, and he gets it over. Three on the way. We're tied. Lowry hits the clutch three, and fans on their feet here at the Heartland Events. It's 45-45, 2.5. And Lusk goes to Ripley. Carson Ripley. Dribbling around, goes to Harahill. Harahill back to Lusk. And it's getting loud here in GI. And here's Ripley, hands it off to Orgabold. Orgabold with it at the free throw line, trying to back his way towards the rim. Pivot, hands it off. Ripley stuffed by Jangmer. And GICC takes over. And here comes Nader driving, kicks it out. Three on the way. Johnson, good. GICC's in front, 48-45, and they have stormed back into this game. And timeout, Andy King. He'll take a full one. And Elkhorn North struggling here in this fourth quarter. And GICC, what have they done so well, John, to get themselves now in front of this game?
Well, simply put, they've started to knock down those shots. You know, they missed a lot of them in the first half, but they're moving the ball a whole lot better so far in this second half.
It has been a terrific comeback for this GICC. Elkhorn North has had the lead for the majority of this game, but needed to finish against Tino Martinez's Crusaders. And they do not quit, and clearly they've proved that today, as they have now taken their lead with under 2 minutes remaining in regulation, and all the momentum in GICC. They're the hometown team. A majority of these fans are cheering for the Crusaders, as they're the in-town team. Elkhorn North, about a 2-hour drive to the west of GI.
Well, like you said, you know, it's just complete shift. And for Elkhorn North, it was simply just not being able to close out. I mean, they're not done yet. Still only down by 3. They're going to have to knock down some shots. But GICC has just been clutch. They've knocked down huge shots here in the fourth quarter. A couple straight three-pointers for them, and that's why they got the lead back.
So Elkhorn North inbounds. The press not really put on by GICC. They decide to play back. And Orgabold has the basketball in his hand. He's been very quiet in the second half compared to the first. Tight defense by GICC. And nearly throwing it away, but under the rim, no good. Rebound by Jangmer, and the miss there from Harehill. And Grand Island Central Catholic expect them to try and melt some clock.
Well, and Jangmer, even though he hasn't been scoring a whole lot, he's had a huge impact on GICC these last couple minutes. Couple blocks, get some strong rebounds, using his height to his advantage. He's another reason why the Crusaders are up right now.
And here is GICC's Isaac Herbeck. Elkhorn North still playing tight defense, not fouling just yet as we approach a minute left in regulation. And here's Herbeck. And trying to foul, I think, but no call just yet. Play resumes, but tight defense from Elkhorn North trying to get a turnover, but the foul is called as Orgabold commits that one.
Well, this has happened in some previous games here today where really shows why the shot clock has a huge impact on these games, because when you get to a slim lead like this, you can melt some clock, and all they can hope to do is foul and hope for some misses.
And that first one falls, so now a 2-possession lead for GICC, 45.1 to play. And the next one off the front iron, no good, but a crucial rebound by the Crusaders. And Lowry came up with that one, and that was monumental for the Crusaders. And the foul is committed by Pykowski. And GICC starting to feel it.
And like you mentioned, that was just detrimental to Elkhorn North's chances here. You cannot let an offensive rebound on a free throw when you're down by 4 with, just over 30 seconds to play in this one. That was a huge turn of events, and it might mean the downfall of the Wolves here this afternoon.
And GICC hits that first free throw. Herbeck, to be specific, and he knocks it home another one. And GICC has had some clutch free throw shooting here in the fourth quarter. And here's Lusk. Lusk upping the tempo. Hands it off. Here's Pykowski. He'll take the three. And no good. Ball up for grabs, and Jangmer comes down with it. And the foul by number 34, Paxton Pykowski, with 18.6 remaining.
And who else to get the big rebound to possibly seal it is Jangmer. He was dealing with foul trouble throughout this entire game, but Coach Martinez trusted him. He stayed in the game, and he has made a huge impact on the comeback for GICC.
And one more coming. Here's Pykowski committed the foul. Lowry on the free throws, missed that first one. Now it's Pykowski's fourth personal and makes that one. So 1 for 2, 52 to 45, 7-point lead and a timeout. And Elkhorn North in desperation mode here. And need a quick three, and a foul immediately, a couple missed free throws, but yeah, it's gonna be a miracle to come back in this one. And just an unfortunate series of events for Elkhorn North. Everything looked so dandy in the first half, and then just kind of a fall here in the second half.
Well, yeah, you really felt like Elkhorn North was controlling the game throughout most of the first 3 quarters. In fact, going up by 10 to come into the fourth, it's been an insane fourth quarter comeback here by GICC. But, in that first half, Elkhorn North, they were playing their pace, they were playing physical, they were playing the kind of game they wanted to play. And here in the fourth quarter, GICC has just completely flipped that. And, they're a team that wins. They've been here before. They're the defending champs, so of course, they're going to have some fighting in them. And for Elkhorn North, they just simply could not put them away.
That's why a reason this team was the defending C2 champs. This team never quits, always a fight. And they won the title last spring. And now long three, Lusk short on it, but Mechna right there to put it in. It's a 5-point game. 52-47, clock ticking. And the clock will expire. And it's 52-47, GICC with a comeback for the ages on Elkhorn North here today. And GICC, they improve to 17-3. Elkhorn North drops to 7-14 on the year, but arguably the best game of the day so far.
Yeah, definitely. And Elkhorn North proved, they weren't able to pull it out, but they proved they can hang with top teams like this. And for GICC, they showed why they are one of the best teams in C2, why they're the defending state champs, because even at times where they might look dead in the water, like, this game is all but over, you get a fourth quarter like they just had, and that was just magnificent, magnificent coaching. Great job knocking down shots. They had some clutch shots throughout that fourth quarter. What a comeback for the Crusaders.
Yeah, absolutely. Just an awesome game to watch as a fan and to broadcast. And that was game 5 of 7 on the day. Still 2 to go, but should be a fun last couple games ahead of us, John.
Yeah, we got a couple more great ones, and that's what this is. It's a day of basketball, one, a little over an hour break, but it's just straight on basketball. That's what people love, and it's been an absolute blast to be here so far today. It
absolutely has been. So Elkhorn North unfortunately falls to GICC in a heartbreaking fashion, but the Crusaders never quit in that game. Things weren't looking good for the first 3 quarters, but they never gave up, and Tino Martinez built that into his team, that never give up culture, and that's why they've been so successful under Martinez, and it has been a fun ride. 5 games on the day. Flew by.
Yeah, it really did, and we've had some really good ones. First game, of course, was a little bit more separation, but the last 4 have been absolutely magnificent basketball. Heartland Hoops Classic always brings together the best in the state. They did it again this year, and we got 2 great games to wrap up the nightcap.
And the fun thing about the Heartland Hoops Classic, it's always unique matchups, matchups you would never see in the regular season.
Well, yeah, with GICC and Elkhorn North, different classes. Elkhorn North Class B, of course,
2 hours apart.
Yeah, this is their only second year as a program, and so for them to bring them together, get them to play, it was awesome to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we have West Side and Grand Island next up. Eric Allgood will take the play-by-play duties for the final 2. And any more words?
No, and I think Mike Sauter's ready.
Yeah, we will take it down to the floor for the Dinsdale Auto Player of the Game interview with Mike Sauter.
All right, here with Isaac Herbeck, the Dinsdale Player of the Game, 22 points. Holding a team like that scoreless, 17-0 run by you guys in the fourth quarter. What was kind of the message, I guess?
I mean, we were down, I think, 13 going into that, and we knew we just couldn't quit. We knew we could get back in if we started making shots, and we had to play some defense. I mean, they were getting any shot they wanted early on, and we knew we just had to play hard in the defensive end, and our shots were going to start falling.
You guys had a big night, obviously, 21 points, but Marcus hitting a couple big threes in the second half, and kind of that run really propelled you guys, I think, to the win. Did that give you guys some confidence?
Yeah, we really needed him.
Because you didn't shoot it that well in the first half.
Yeah, we really needed him, me, Brayton Johnson. We needed us hitting those big shots, and we could, and I mean, we did, and it turned out well.
Yeah, it's good. All right, man, congratulations. We'll find Coach Martinez here in a little bit, but congrats on the win.
Thank you.
And with that being said, we will step aside, and then we'll get back to a coach interview. I'm Jack McGonigal, John Willis. This is the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic right here on Strive.
Tom Dinsdale Automotive has created a better way to buy. We call it your way. Shop online. You can even reserve a vehicle before it gets delivered to our lot. Or stop by and talk to one of our friendly sales experts. Right now, you can get 0% APR on a 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Limited Denali. See dealer for details. No matter which way you choose, you'll get the same great customer service that you'd expect from Tom Dinsdale Automotive. It's a new way, a better way, your way.
Get presidential savings all weekend long at our President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st. Get the good chewable ice anytime with this GE Opal Ice Maker for only $5.79. Say goodbye to hand washing dishes when you purchase this GE dishwasher for only $3.99. Save $200 off all in-stock Barca Lounger this weekend only. Our special financing makes purchasing easy, no credit needed. Shop local and save at Ken's this President's Day sale, February 18th through the 21st, or shop online at kensgi.com.
become a new Strive school. Join a community of educators and students. Get access to support, resources, and education. Your fans watch for free, and there's even a new revenue opportunity for your school. Contact sales at strive.tv to sign up your school to become a Strive.
By having good sportsmanship, we recognize the hard work and commitment of all teams participating. How we act when we compete also shows who we are as people.
Sportsmanship is going the extra mile to earn the respect of everyone in attendance.
Sportsmanship shouldn't just be on the court, it should also be in the stands and everywhere you go.
Good sportsmanship makes competing in any event more fun, but it comes from more than just the athlete. It comes from parents and coaches too.
Root for your home team and be there for all of the excitement. NSAAHome.org has all your high school sports championship ticketing.
Back here at the Heartland Event Center in Grand Island, it was Grand Island Central Catholic coming down with a miraculous victory over Elkhorn North in comeback fashion. And I believe we do have Mike Sauter for a coach's interview brought to you by Dinsdale Auto.
All right, guys, we're here. We're actually courtside in the Cadillac. I think that's the coach interview here that we're going to go with. Coach Martinez, have you ever done an interview from a Cadillac?
I have not. I've never been in a Cadillac, to be quite honest with you, so it's first time.
I mean, the Cadillac's in courtside, courtesy of Dinsdale, the post-game sponsor, so that's also fun. You guys, I mean, what was the message at halftime besides, hey, we need to be tougher?
Well, that you hit the nail on the head right there. But we got drilled on the boards in the first half, and that's how they scored a lot of those points. Was we'd be trying to block shots, and then they'd get an offensive rebound, put it back, we fouled. So we had to shore that up, and we just had to do everything we could to scratch the ball to get back in. We wanted to get it to single digits by the fourth quarter. I think we had it at 10. So, but yeah, I mean, our kids were resilient, and so we got to give them credit.
17-0 run in the in the fourth quarter. I mean, you outscored them 17-0 in the fourth quarter. That's a pretty heck of a defensive effort, especially with a team like Elkhorn North that loves just a lot of possessions.
Yeah, and in fact, they did a really good job of actually limiting possession in the third quarter. We thought that they would maybe, keep trying to give us a chance, but we couldn't speed them up, and they didn't take bad shots. And so, yeah, that was a good credit to us. We couldn't score 13 up in the third quarter, but I don't know if we scored this, obviously, on the fourth. So, yeah, it was good.
17-0 run in the game is got to feel pretty good. And Marcus hit a couple big shots. Isaac actually was pretty big time, 21 points.
Yeah, Isaac and Marcus are, no secret that they're our guys. But Gil, I thought, as bad as he was in the first quarter, he was equally as good in the second half. And, I think he got every rebound in the fourth quarter. So that's how he's capable of playing. That's what he's got to continue to do. And we just got to be ready to go at tip-off. But I just credit our kids for staying resilient.
All right, that was the coach's post-game conversation. Coach in a Cadillac, I guess is what we'll call that. So thanks, Coach Martinez, and good job. Back up to you guys.
And back here, and some of the statistics we saw today, Jangmeyer got into foul trouble early, but despite being in foul trouble, GICC was able to pave that off and still utilize him playing smartly.
Well, and I think the big key there was, they limited him in that third quarter, but then the fourth quarter, he was pretty much all in. And, he didn't necessarily get it done scoring in that fourth quarter. They had some other guys knock down some big shots. But Jangmer came in, he got a couple big blocks, some big rebounds. He used his frame to his advantage. I think that was big for their comeback.
Absolutely, and Elkhorn North just kind of fell apart. The shooting got cold, couple turnovers, foul trouble. Just not a good combination for the Wolves in the second half. Like you said in the broadcast, just a complete shift from the first half to the second half. Just an instant classic, one I'll remember right here at the Heartland Hoops Classic. And we do have some second half highlights for you to check out. And let's take a dive into those. So down low here, GICC nice finish down low there from number 31 in Herbeck, and then driving and scoring. Nice job there. That time it was Marcus Lowry, number 33. And here in the Elkhorn North South, there's Orgabold, so impressive today in the first half and in the third quarter. He could get to the rim at command. And GICC was able to defend him in the second half. Another 3-ball, but this time it's Marcus Lowry who played very well today for GICC. And we go, nice pass there from Orgabold and the finish, or the block, excuse me. And then the free throws from GICC, so clutch. And then that defense specialty, the way they were able to get those turnovers in the second half and result them into points. And then on the GICC side as well, they used the big man Jangmer in the slam dunk in the third quarter. Just awesome. With that being said, that is our coverage from John and I. First 5 games. It was a pleasure to work with you. It was a pleasure, and thank you to anybody who tuned in at any point today. And please stay tuned for the next 2 ahead of us. I'm Jack McGonigal, John Willis. This is the 2022 Heartland Hoops Classic right here on Strive.
Root for your home team and be there for all of the excitement. NSAAHome.org has all your high school sports championship ticket
Dinsdale Automotive has created a better way to buy. We call it Your Way. Shop online. You can even reserve a vehicle before it gets delivered to our lot. Or stop by and talk to one of our friendly sales experts. Right now, you can get 0% APR on a 2022 GMC Sierra 1500 Limited Denali. See dealer for details. No matter which way you choose, you'll get the same great customer service that you'd expect from Tom Dinsdale Automotive. It's a new way, a better way, your way.